Join our Friday and Saturday Zooms for 3 hours of hands-on AHK teaching and support. Get unstuck and level up in real time. Dive into our Telegram group where AHK fans team up, swap tips, and turn strangers into coding pals. It's the ultimate motivation boost. It's using a ternary instead of using an if statement.
Okay. So let me do it here. So we have to do a ternary instead of doing an if statement. So what condition should I build? Okay, so I'm doing a loop and I do a message box whenever every fifth loop. So let's do it on the fifth loop right now. So if a index equal to 5, set something show message box is equals to true. And we started with the false. So when the loop reached the fifth index, it will make it turn this variable will become true, but I can do it in ternary. So let me just disable that and then we will this can also be written like this, and they're just same, but this is just if I add another action in there, what should I do the next? But if it is just one line, then I can just use the bracket. But if it is really one line, then I can also do a ternary. But now my variable will come first, and then I will do equal sign, and then I can do a condition. So a index equal without the colon. So now it is a condition 5, and then I do a question mark true, and otherwise false. So I can do a else statement here and just copy this line and make it false. So this line and these 4 lines are doing the same job, but this is called ternary, and here we put our variable first and do the condition, and and this question mark turns this action into a ternary, because if I put question mark here, then this line will become ternary. And here we have a if right down here, but this is also a condition. So for example, if I do a message box here and I do this, and in the new line a index. So my condition is okay. I have to wrap it, I think. Then it will become a condition. No. I remember it becomes a condition. Now it become a string, I think. I'm doing a V1, my bad. Okay. So I have to make it 2.0 plus and switch it from here and then run it. Okay, now it is 0. So let me enable that line. So now you can see on index 1 it is 0, on index 2 it is 0, on index 3 it is 0, but on 5 it will turn into true. So 1 is true, 0 is false. So whenever I put this equal sign, it automatically becomes a condition, and I can just get rid of everything and run the script, and you will see I have 0, 0, 0, 0, and 1. So this is how.
Grab what I sent you in Telegram, Irfan, just to show them, and everything you did was fine. It's not that, but I like to start. This is my little template I keep handy. So when I'm writing a ternary, I like to have it spread across multiple lines, and I use parens a lot to help me better understand what I'm doing. Um, Now, once you get it worked out the way you want it, you can still flatten it. So go ahead and flatten this down to one line.
Mhm. So
Yeah. So that still is pretty, yeah, and have the message box separate. Yeah. So, and you can delete the tabs or whatever's in between them. Not that it matters, right? But I like to write to them because I start getting confused of where I'm opening a new condition and closing one, and that's where the parens can really help with that. But I use new lines to help me kind of follow the logic, and then I flatten it after I'm done. I get it working.
let me translate this into if statement. So war equal 1, then okay, data equals 1, and then okay, and else if so war equal
Which
2, then make it 2,
which is a really good point, Irfan, is
3.
ternaries shortcut, right? They will jump to they don't go through each step, right? Or once they find it, they stop checking. But if you had written it the first if this then that, those are much slower because they're checking each one on every line no matter what.
So this is just one line, and there are 1, 2, 3. So three if statements and 4 conditional results. So it can be any of the 4 results you can have in there. So if it is 1, it will show you 1, but if it is more than 3, it will show you else. So let me just. So it is not 1, 2, 3, but it's something more than 3.
Yeah, and then we run it with a 2 or a 1 as the var on line 6.
Yeah, 2. So it is 2. And if I do it 0, then it is also else. It is not 1. So this is ternary, and this is very cool. And the way you divided it was also explaining each and every step. So this is just a ternary. I never do this time kind of ternary, but it is a good example. I will try use that.
Well, it's the same thing. It's literally the same code, right? Because AutoHotkey doesn't see the spaces and stuff,
Mhm.
but it just makes it so much easier to read to me that I can follow it much clearer.
And I think we can get rid of brackets and make it more.
You can, but again,
Yeah, then it will not make any sense.
it's harder. For me, it's harder to follow.
Mhm.
Yeah. So and again, I put those into my little template so I don't have to add them, and I just go swap out stuff and delete the extra lines that I don't need.
What if it what if the variable is equal to a string? What happens if you do that?
It will be else.
Yeah.
So, for example, 3. So it is. We are just checking for a specific condition. So right now here it is a string, checking for a string, but I was giving it a number. And for AutoHotkey, they are same. Yeah. So here we are checking for string 1, but I'm giving it a string. Oh, sorry, integer, and it is working fine. And if I
But
convert
Irfan,
this
you
into a
broke
string.
Go, sorry to interrupt you. Go back and copy what I actually sent you because you structured it differently.
Okay. So I have it in my clipboard. Yeah, like that.
Yeah. Because see now it's much clearer. The var1 and 1 is to the right of it, and the var2 and 2 is to the right of it. Um, it's you the way you had it, the item was on the next line, the corresponding thing.
Yeah, yeah, I also like, yeah, now. Yeah, this one makes more sense.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
this, and you can of course, again, it's not going to change the speed. You could leave it just like this. That's perfectly fine. But part
Yeah.
of the thing of a ternary is you're trying to condense space, right? It's not the only
Mhm.
reason why I use it, but it's one reason.
But you said there was a performance improvement.
Well, compared to using the like a general if he had done the ifs, 4 or 5 ifs, if var equals 1, do this. If var, then it checks every one of those. This, it's kind of like the case statement. It will shortcut. Once it finds the answer, it stops processing the rest of them, if that makes sense. So if var was 1, it doesn't look at 7, 8, 9, and 10, or excuse me, 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah, you're right. So if it is var1, then it will not look for the other condition.
Yeah.
But if we are doing else, I think they will also do the same. Let me do.
Yeah, the if and else if, they go through every one of them. But the case statement and the ternary, they shortcut. They don't, once they find the answer, they don't do the rest. And the case one, it jumps to the answer, so to speak. It doesn't even evaluate the other things.
Okay. So I do next, and I end to the data because of the else statement. It skips all the ifs, other ifs, because if I don't do else, then
Okay.
it will run one by one. I think.
Yeah, which can, depending on how many you have, can really slow it down.
Yeah. Then it will do all the ifs.
And not just how many you have, but how complex the thing that you're evaluating is,
Mhm.
right? Because it may not be as simple as just var equals this. It could be very complicated, the thing you're evaluating.
Okay.
And while we're at it, why don't you show it, unless someone has something else to talk about, why don't you show a case statement? Like, how would you write the same thing with a case statement?
Ray had a question.
Oh, did I miss it? Get insider savings, 25% off courses, scripts, and done-for-you AHK jobs, making premium tools affordable and accessible. Tap into over 466 plus hours of AHK video gold, including fresh clips like this, for anytime learning that fits your schedule.